You're listening to 98.7 The Freak, WFEQ Pleasant Gap State College. And now, live from the Freak Studio, it's Live at 5.
Favorite time of the week, favorite day of the week, making his Freak debut. It's Rue Moyer.
Hey, what's going on, everybody?
Hey.
How you doing out there in Radio Land?
Good to have you.
Nice to be here.
All right. Hey, launch into it, baby. What do you want to start with?
We're going to start with a song, We're. I don't know who the collective We're is, but I'm going to start with a song that's called Something Worth Talking About, a song I wrote for my lady.
All right, here you go.
My wifey wife.
Rue Moyer, Live at 5.
Something like this. Silky smooth, so damn fine, make me wanna lose my mind all the time. Here come girl, the rock of my world, my very own cover girl, cover girl. 'Cause you keep me grounded, founded, open up a love deep enough for us to drown in. Drowning, down I go, nice slow. Dig my roots in, drink the water, get ready to grow. There's gotta be something that's calling me out. Think I found something, we're talking about. So cool and calm, downbeat the song, timing ain't never wrong, never wrong. Life together forever is better. I'll never sever our song. No, no, no. 'Cause you keep it open, flowing. Grateful love deep enough for us to grow in. Growing. Down I go. Nice slow. Dig my roots in, drink the water, get ready to grow. There's gotta be something that's calling me out. Think I found something we're talking about. So here we are, come so far, all around the world just following our star, yeah, yeah. 'Cause you believe in me, I believe in you. No matter the weather, together we're gonna get on through. Ooh, you keep it open, flowing. Grateful love deep enough for us growing, growing. Up we come, strong as one. Let the light through, come on, we're soaking in the sun, yeah, yeah. There's gotta be something that's calling me out. 'cause I think I found something. Think I found something we're talking about. And there's gotta be something, oh, there's got to be something that's calling me out. And I think I found something, think I found something we're talking about.
98.7 The Freak, live at 5. Rue Moyer.
Thank you.
First time in the Freak studio. Welcome.
Thank you, sir.
Good to have a fellow Blair County boy in here.
That's right.
You are a Blair County guy. You went to Altoona High School.
I did.
But you spent a lot of time moving around.
A little bit.
A little bit. You spent 8 years in China.
I did.
How was that like? First of all, what sent you over there to
What
begin
sent me
with?
to China? Well, I went to school at Lycoming College in Williamsport, Pennsylvania, and I studied philosophy and history. And when I graduated, they weren't hiring at the philosophy department. So,
Right, yeah, absolutely.
there were so many jobs lined up for me in philosophy. I was like, well, yeah. But I really wanted to, since I studied Western philosophy and history and that kind of mindset, I became really interested in Eastern approach to life, Eastern spirituality. And I graduated, and I was teaching a summer course at Lock Haven University, teaching an ESL summer camp. And my group were Chinese, and the one chaperone was like, hey, we think you'd be great in China. And I was like, hey, I don't have a plan. That sounds awesome.
What? Sometimes it's best. I mean, sometimes
Yeah.
when you don't have a plan, you're way open to doing whatever. And you spent 8 years in China.
Yeah, so I went there, and I was like, yeah, I'll check it out. And a year later, I was like, I think I'll stay. And
Wow.
5 years later, I was like, I'm married now, and I have a kid, so I think I'll stay a little longer.
Yeah.
So I founded a music event production company and did that for another 3 years. And it was one of those things where I lived another lifetime starting at 23.
Yeah,
I learned
absolutely.
another language, and if you're open to it, you can just, anything's possible, right?
Well, it has to be amazing because you lived in Altoona. You went to school in Williamsport, right?
Yeah,
You taught at Lock Haven a little bit.
a little bit.
And then you're in China. You're in a city of 20 million people.
Yeah.
What was that? I mean, that was culture shock, right?
Yeah, it was like I went from 50,000 Altoona to 50,000 Williamsport to 10 million. It was like 15 million at that time.
Wow.
And it was extremely overwhelming, but in a good way.
Yeah.
Because I didn't have any expectations. I was like, I couldn't even speak Chinese when I went, and it was just like.
The immersion usually helps with that, doesn't it?
Yeah, the immersion. I mean, again, the first words I learned were hello, goodbye, my name is, and
Where's the bathroom?
yeah. And what is that called? And if I already speak one language, so I could just piece the rest together,
Yeah,
at least
yeah.
for conversational level.
Yeah, absolutely.
And
Wow.
then my mother-in-law would live with us. My wife's mom lived with us for 5 years, so I had that constant every day speaking Chinese, and it was phenom.
Wow.
It was really cool.
That's amazing. You have a lot going on, and we're going to talk about that because you've got an event coming up at the end of the month that we definitely want to talk about.
Yeah.
Let's hear another song first. Tell me what you're playing next.
This song is called Take a Ride With Me.
Take a ride with me. It's
I wrote
Rue
this when I
Moyer.
was in, just a little background, I wrote this when I was in China, and I was really missing a Pennsylvania. I used to have a motorcycle.
Oh,
and
you and I see. There you go.
And I missed the open road and just, summer day, so I wrote this song.
But you had a bicycle over there, didn't you?
I had an electric bike. They're pretty prevalent.
All right, Rue Moyer live at 5 on 98.7 The Freak.
Come on, baby, take a ride with me. Just sit back, relax, ain't got nowhere to be. While the sun's still shining, let the whole world see. This is what it's like to be free. When for once the work is done, in the table full of bread, we could take a moment to breathe. 'Cause the mall list is long, next week's even longer. Rome wasn't built in a week. There's a swimming pool outside, park around the corner. Miles and miles of coastline and sea. Ooh, if that ain't enough, girl, slide on over. Just chill out in the passenger seat. And come on, baby, take a ride with me. Just sit back, relax, ain't got nowhere to be. But the sun's still shining, let the whole world see. This is what it's like to be free. So baby, let's walk on the beach. Baby, let's make love in the sand before the tide gets deep. Baby, let's take an evening, stare at the stars, 'cause the work is only worth it, and the world is perfect when you're lying in my arms. Ooh, Sunday morning comes and peace fills the land. Let's celebrate the love that we share, 'cause we're only here a while before the lights burn out, and life's a gift that's so damn rare. So come on, baby, and take a ride with me. Just sit back and relax, 'cause we ain't got nowhere to be. While the sun's still shining, let the whole world see, yeah. This is what it's like. I said this is what it's like, yeah. To be free, to be free. Riding in my car, just you and me. This is what it's like to be.
98.7 The Freak, live at 5. Rue Moyer in the studio. I should mention that you're Facebook Living this whole thing.
I am Facebook Living this. There's a whole 0 people on there right now, but that's all right.
People, it's archived for later. People can watch it later.
That's
5
right.
o'clock on a Friday, people driving home from work. So
Yeah,
don't be watching your phone.
That's a good point.
Although I did get a text from a mutual friend, Pastor Matt Stumpf, and he says
Hey.
hello. It's always nice to hear from people listening to Live at 5 in process. So, you've got something big coming up at the end of the month. April 28th, it's a big block party in Altoona, Juniata section of Altoona.
Yes.
Tell me about that and how that came to fruition.
So I am the events director for a nonprofit organization called Arts Altoona, and we are trying to help transform the community and revitalize the community through developing the creative platforms in Altoona and helping providing more opportunities for people to engage in the creative arts. So I was brought on in November, and we had sort of an event in place already down in Juniata, and I was tasked with taking it on. And I thought, you know what, I want to try to make this as encompassing as possible and as inclusive as possible. Sustainability is a large part of what we're trying to do. And for me, as many people in the community that can be involved, the better, right? Everyone has something to share. So started thinking on the idea and developed it from like an art gallery crawl to a neighborhood beautification project, because sometimes art can make people feel left out or it can be too separating, but beautification encompasses everything.
Yeah, absolutely.
Everybody can be involved, and anything we're doing that's creating is considered beautification. Well, mostly.
Yeah, for the most part, yeah.
So in that vein, went along with that, and then we're having art and we're having live music to support the beautification, and artists are coming out and doing Artists in Action to support the beautification. We're doing a big community mural. We're planting flowers. We're painting fences, sweeping the sidewalks onto the street, whole nine. We're not doing like home improvement stuff.
No, but everything else. April 28th, this is North 4th, right, Juniata?
Yeah.
This is like the main drag in Juniata.
It's the main drag. The city was like, I had all my ducks in a row. I submitted the paperwork. 2 days later, they were like, you got it.
Wow.
It was on a Saturday, not a high time for like big trucks. And
Yeah,
like that,
absolutely.
so.
Well, it's nice. It's good to see that they're on board and that they're thinking ahead, and this kind of thing needs to happen, and they're helping you make this happen, which is very cool.
Yeah, it's really, and the buzz around it. I had the fortune of having a write up by the Altoona Mirror. Bill wrote up a piece, and it really outlined the event and what we're trying to do. And we got the front page paper, which was really awesome. We're all really excited about that.
Yeah, I read that, and I was like, that dude's coming to see me. It was like,
Yeah.
he's coming this week.
Well, it takes a team. I mean, I kind of put the idea out there, but we have this really awesome team at Arts Altoona that's really helping push all the buttons. And we're partnered with the Sheets Fellow in this project. So,
okay. There you go.
so
That helps.
24 of them are really helping us.
ArtsAltoona.org is the website for Arts Altoona, and it's awesome that Rue is able to be what's your official title there?
Events director.
Events director. So, and you probably do a little bit of everything as that.
Yeah,
too.
nice thing about it is I come from the startup world, entrepreneur for 8 years, and this is a new organization, though heavily backed by some big hitters in the area. So we have that the benefit of the big hitters with the mentality of a startup. So it's the best of both worlds.
Pretty agile, I would think.
Yeah, very agile.
You have to be. Rue Moyer is our guest live at 5, and he will be playing in Rocky Gap Casino on the 14th, which is not too far away. He's also playing at U.S. Hotel on April 21st. And you kind of play at one of my favorite places. We'll talk about that in a minute. Can you play another song first?
Yeah, and the just so everyone knows, it's starthere.blaircounty.com is the address for the event.
Awesome. We're going to share that on our Facebook page as well.
Sweet. This next song is called Wise Words. I wrote this on my way when I was leaving to go to China. It's kind of a stepping out song of, coming of age, I should say, or whatever the right terminology is.
Something like that. All right, Rue Moyer live at 5 on The Freak.
I stepped out, tripped up, caught my breath and was gone. Put my baggage on the bus, started writing this song. My imagination running wild, living free just like a child. Yeah, gonna be a long time before I come walking back down this road. So take your time and learn to fly. It ain't about destination, it's about the ride. Dad's words as he said his goodbye. And live a life full of love. Care about people around you, that's good enough. Mom's words as she tried not to cry. 1, 2, 3. Kept on going, no way of knowing just where I might end up. Yeah, the places I might see, or the man that I become. Sitting here in the middle of the night, baby kick for the first time. Yeah, love is the only thing that makes a house a home. So come on, baby, now and take your time and learn to fly. It ain't about destination, it's about the ride. Dad's words as he said his goodbye. And live a life full of love. And care about people around you, that's good enough. Mom's words as she tried not to cry. Everyone says that mom knows best. She sent me with love and tenderness. She said that silence could never be misquoted. Forever in my heart is duly noted. And Father told me be tall and strong. And from heaven he sings along. And in her eyes I see a smile, knowing you never left all the while. Yeah, yeah. Take time and learn to fly. It ain't about destination, it's about the ride. Dad's words as he mom's words and she tried not to cry, yeah. Ooh, yeah, yeah. Na 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 na. Yeah. I stared out.
98.7 The Freak, live at 5. Rue Moyer.
Thank you.
Easy to see where the inspiration for that song came from, obviously. Did your parents say those exact words to you, or is it just the general attitude of the... Tell me about the inspiration for that.
Yeah, so my mom's always, she said all growing up, as long as if I teach you love and nothing else, I've taught you a lot. So that stuck with me through all my life.
Yeah, I can see that.
And my dad was the music guy. He's the one who knew the lyrics to every song, and really felt that music spoke to him and kind of was a guiding force in his life a lot. So my love of music and everything really permeates from him. And he kind of always had the attitude of like, it's not about the destination. It's about, what you're doing to get there, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, yeah.
It's actually, it's really interesting because that bridge part was written by a really good friend of mine, musician. His name is Adrian Blackstock. When I was in China, he helped write that bridge. And it talks about like my dad passing away, but he hadn't passed away, but he passed away recently. So it's even more fitting now. So
absolutely, yeah, absolutely. Of course, getting back to the most important subject is, do you now have another motorcycle, or still no?
No, I had a Ducati back then I bought from my cousin, and I never got back to it.
Never got back to it. Well, you have a young daughter, right?
I do. She's recently turned 7.
Wow, no kidding. Did those 7 years go by quicker than any 7 years in your life?
It's interesting. They always say that it does that, but maybe I'm not like I don't experience things like other people, but for me, the sense of mortality has been in my face for a long time. Not necessarily because I had a life experience that was like staring me in the face. It just, I guess with my travels overseas and being separated from loved ones and family and all that, I practice Buddhism, and I'm trying to just understand openness of the world. I just feel like any moment is really the last one. So I try to live it as, and that sounds cliche, but I really just try to embrace it and add as much value in the moment as I can.
Yeah, well, that's good philosophy. Yeah, I mean, I think that it's hard. It's easy to forget, even if that's the way you want to live. Sometimes you have to remind yourself. You kind of constantly have to remind yourself that most of the stuff that happens around us is just. I always say it's just small potatoes. It doesn't really matter.
Potatoes.
Yeah, so you have to kind of remind yourself that the real important stuff. And
in Buddhism, there's two things about Buddhism that I really attach to. One is that everything is impermanent, so there's no self, and two, really all that matters for sentient beings is the ending of suffering. So if you boil it all back down to not creating suffering, which is what I try to do, everything else is easy from there. Like, all right, don't create suffering, and then if it's creating suffering, then it must not be good.
Right, exactly. No, that's
myself
good.
or others,
Yeah. Be kind to people and keep your hands to yourself and don't touch other people's stuff. That's kind of the three guiding principles.
Unless you're listening to Bon Jovi and he says, "If you want me to lay your hands on, lay your hands on me."
That's consensual. That's okay. That's okay. So you play. You kind of. Well, I guess two things. You play at Green Bean Coffee House, but you also host the open mic night at Green Bean Coffee House.
Well, it's one and the same.
Yeah. So you do play, but you have people come up and also play, right?
My main role in that is to facilitate everyone else playing.
Yep.
And I happily do that. I spent a lot of money on a nice Bose sound system and all that, and I don't want to just sit there. I want everyone to be able to enjoy it. And I spent a lot of years playing on subpar would be a nice word. A lot of years playing on subpar equipment, and what's the point of plugging in if it's not going to sound the way it's supposed to?
Yeah, there you go.
So I like to be able to share that with everybody, and I really, event production and bringing that energy together that's what matters most to me. So.
Okay, well, we'll give them a free plug. They're on 6th and 7th, 6th Avenue, right? Altoona.
Yeah,
It's the one way. You know what I'm talking about. Green Bean in Altoona. McCabe's. They're great people. So I like I like that place. I like coffee, and I like green beans. So all right, so we gave them a free plug. We're going to remind people once again that you're at Rocky Gap on the 14th. You're at US Hotel on the 21st.
Yes. And
this big shebang on the 28th. Give people the website again of the event you're doing in Juniata, Altoona on the 28th.
So the name of the event is Start Here, and the website is starthere.blaircounty.com.
Yeah, because this is hopefully going to be kind of an ongoing thing. You know, certainly not a one and done.
No, it shouldn't be.
Yeah.
The purpose of the event is to be an event series that we can replicate in multiple areas throughout Blair County.
Absolutely.
2 to 4 times a year.
Yeah, which would be great. So this is this is the inaugural event, right?
This is the kickoff inaugural event, and the wonderful thing is everyone's getting on board.
It is really
People
wonderful.
are hungry, you know.
Yep, people and I hope people support this and come out on the 28th in North 4th in Juniata. It used to be just 4th. It's North 4th now. Get used to it, Juniata. As a Blair County guy, I kind of get that. So we have time for one more. What do you want to close with?
This song is called Full Tank of Gas. It's arguably one of my catchiest songs, and another one I wrote when I was in China. So wrote a lot of songs in China.
I'll bet you did. I'll bet you did. Rue Moyer now, live at 5 on The FREQ.
That's not the right part. We'll get it this time. Wind in my hair, sun on my back. I cruise down a highway and never look back. I was young, dumb, so much unknown. But one thing's for sure, baby, it was out on my own. Freedom, a beautiful thing. Let go, hear the music ring. The sunset's coming in, the door's closing fast. Tonight I'm riding with a full tank of gas. To the exit due south on I-95. Headed for the waters of South Carolina, speeding and dreaming the sweet Southern belle. Beautiful eyes and the legs that can kill. Freedom, a beautiful thing. So let go, hear the music ring. Sunset's coming in, the door's closing fast. Tonight I'm riding with a full tank of gas. Yeah. Full tank of gas. Zac Brown band playing on the radio. Got the window down, miles and miles of coast and sea. But ain't nothing in the world gonna bring me down, 'cause I'm the captain of my Corvette now. And I'll drive, yeah, I'll drive, yeah, I'll drive, yeah, I'll drive. 2, 3, freedom, a beautiful thing. Let go, hear the music ring. Sunset's coming in, the door's closing fast. Tonight I'm riding with a full tank of gas. Full tank of gas. Hey! I found the perfect spot along a sandy shoreline, with the sun pouring into my Bacardi and lime. With the wind, the waves, bikinis and smiles. Think I'll just stay right here for a while. Freedom, a beautiful thing. So state of mind, let the music ring. Sunset's coming in, the door's closing fast. The sunset's coming in, the door's closing fast. Sunset's coming in, the door's closing fast. Tonight I'll sleep on the beach right here. Oh my, hey, hey. Full tank of gas.
98.7 The FREQ. Awesome. Rue Moyer live at 5.
Thank you all.
Man, thanks for coming.
I played that in the wrong key.
You know what? I don't know. If you wouldn't have said anything, nobody would have noticed.
All right.
I certainly wouldn't have noticed. Hopefully you'll stick around the area long enough to come back in about a year and do this again.
Yeah. The thing is, I've been traveling around, right? I'm 33, 34 now, and we were trying to move out to California this past summer, but when my dad passed, I came back, and we just decided, you know what? We're going to invest everything in the community here and try to make it work. So we got a lot of things in the oven at the moment.
That's an admirable thing, and the big thing that happens this month is Start Here, neighborhood-based arts and music festival on North 4th in Juniata, the 28th, noon to 6. Easy to find, easy to get to, and it's going to be a lot of fun. And Rue Moyer is kind of one of the people behind the whole thing. And I don't know that we've really talked about the stage. There's going to be a platform there for people to play, right?
So there are three main stages, and we have about 30 acts playing.
Wow.
And we have everything from, most of it's acoustic, duo, trio stuff, and then we have one stage that's all band. We have a 7-piece funk band called Afro Nat from Johnstown coming down.
That's awesome.
They're like a 4-piece horn section. They're awesome.
Oh, I love horns.
And so we have the main stages, but then we're inviting literally anyone to come out, grab your guitar, come out and busk. Just find a street corner, just come out, create. Whether you're in the corner, whether you're over here, whether there, it doesn't matter. We're also going to have a jam station where we have a drum kit and a couple of amps set up so people can sit down, create together. We're inviting artists out to set up an easel and paint on the streets. And we're going to have craft vendors, art vendors, maker space, just I'm calling it an explosion of creativity.
This is an incredibly positive event, and it's such a great thing that you're doing, so I'm really glad you're doing it. And my buddy Jim Colbert, hopefully listening. Jim, busk. You looking for a place to busk.
Come on
get out there.
Jim.
Yeah, get out there and do it. Rue Moyer, thank you for coming in.